While 90% of the world's population had completed a tertiary education in 2020, only 53% of children in low and middle income countries can even read. We're joined now by Dr. NEERJA Birla, who's the founder and chairperson of the Aditya Birla Education Trust. Dr. Birla, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
You've had a really interesting and varied career. Tell us how you've come to where you are today.
So actually, I've been quite a late starter. I started my career quite late after my older two kids were a little bit sort of older into school, and started with, first we established a school, a mainstream school. So there was education, then I got into mental health, also now into menstrual health and hygiene and management, and also into teacher training. So I think my journey has just evolved. I've not had the storybook approach that, okay, this is what I want to do and this is how I'm going to do it. I think I started with school and then it just kind of evolved as and when I felt the need for something and I thought it was my calling as well, and sort of forayed into that.
So why don't you talk about Nelson Mandela for just a moment, because your ethos for the trust came from Nelson Mandela. Tell us a bit more.
So I do believe that, I think that all of us have an optimum potential, an innate potential, which is very often not really tapped. And I do believe that it's very important to sort of, get the optimum potential out of children. And one of the best ways to do it is education. I think without that, people are just all over the place. So I think education really helps, people, and especially girls, to really make the right choices in life. And therefore it becomes really important to actually educate them.
You mentioned mental health before. That's something that you're particularly interested in at the moment. What are you working on within that mental health arena at the moment?
So pretty much everything, actually. We're really mapping the whole journey, starting from creating awareness, creating the need, making people aware about mental health, and making people aware that they may need mental health help as well. Right from there to educating people, to actually providing mental health services, psychiatry as well as counselling. So we've got centers, we've got doctors and therapists, counsellors who actually provide the services. So we're really mapping the journey of the individual from creating awareness to providing services. And in that space, then we're doing a lot of workshops, a lot of awareness workshops. We're working with different target audiences, and we're working with people of different age brackets, school children, college, the youth, and going into geriatrics as well.
And what sort of response are you having from the community to what you're doing? I mean, is it positive? Are you getting the support from government that you need, from the community, from corporates?
We're working on a lot of projects with the government. So I'm very happy to see that, because very often it's they who approach us, to come on as their mental health partners. And that's very telling, because obviously which means people and the government is open to it. So we do get a lot of support from the government. We get a lot of support from the community, because people are keen on knowing more about it. Our people are reaching out for mental health services. The area we do grapple with is corporates. I think corporates are not very easy to convince that they need mental health support. And also I think funding is a very big challenge. People are not very easy and not very open to funding mental health. I think a lot of it stems from stigma. A lot of it stems from the fact that they want to see return on investment. A lot of it stems from the fact that they feel that, they can put their funds to better use. But I can't emphasize it enough that mental health is something that really underpins everything. So I'm not taking away from other causes. I think there are a lot of causes that are close to all of us. But the mental health is something that is, the basic fabric that really stitches everything together. So I cannot emphasize it enough. I think mental health in itself is a very underrated cause.
But they will get a return on investment, won't they? I mean, if they invest in mental health, there will be a return on that.
That's true, but it takes a long time, right? It's not as easy as saying I've educated 5,000 girls.
Yes.
Right? So it will, the return on investment, it is a long journey. It is a longitudinal chart. And it's not so easily quantifiable and measurable.
Now, you're also very passionate about education. You mentioned education a couple of times, and it's not necessarily always in the traditional sense of educating children. You're also educating teachers to be better educators. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes, absolutely. So that was a huge gap actually. We realized that we are wanting to make the generations future ready, but we don't have the teachers to have the skill sets to actually do it. So while we're expecting the children to be future ready, but are the teachers really teaching them in the manner which is needed? And so we've actually launched a teacher training academy. So we actually train the educators and administrators with the newer skills, whether it's digital, whether it's classroom technique, and we're also incorporating mental health into that. Because I think on a regular basis, the teachers really need to understand that before being able to really, expect the same out of the children. So there's a lot we're doing in that space as well.
So where are you getting the majority of your funding from now?
So from CSR, we do have people who, basically it's from CSR, and then also the trust itself also funds a lot of the work that is happening. But I would really, there's only that much that the trust can actually give. So I would really want, and I am looking for CSR partners and donors to come in and sort of help build capacity.
What does success then look like for you?
So different for different verticals, but I think on the whole, I think if we're able to reach out to more people and really, scale our impact, I think that would be success. Reaching out to more number of beneficiaries, really amplifying that impact.
Having a bigger footprint. Yeah. Does that extend internationally?
I would want it to, yes. We're right now pan-India, so but of course, like for teacher training, we do train teachers from different parts of Southeast Asia as well. We have teachers from Bangladesh who come and join the course, from Singapore, from Bangkok, also from the UAE. So yes, we are already international, but I would want to see that grow. I would want to expand that footprint most certainly.
Well, congratulations on everything you've done so far. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.